Have you ever felt overwhelmed by your emotions or found it difficult to manage your feelings in challenging situations? Do you find that you often prioritize others' needs over your own, even if it leaves you feeling drained or emotionally exhausted? Hi, I'm Dr. Julie, a psychologist and relationship coach, and today I'm going to discuss emotion regulation and why it's especially important for people pleasers. So, what exactly do I mean by emotional regulation? Well, emotion regulation is the process of managing and responding to emotional experiences in a healthy and effective manner. It isn't changing how you feel, it's changing how you behave. It involves understanding one's emotions, staying calm under pressure, and expressing your feelings appropriately. Emotion regulation can be particularly challenging for people pleasers, though. That's because they're so focused on making others happy that they neglect their own emotional needs. Sound familiar? As a result, they might suppress their feelings or avoid conflict, leading to increased stress and emotional exhaustion. If you grew up in a house with parents, one or both, who didn't regulate their emotions well, you're going to have a couple of problems. First, you didn't learn how to regulate your emotions because your parents couldn't teach you what they didn't know. But you also learn to ignore your own needs and emotions in favor of theirs, which is a perfect recipe for learning how to be a people pleaser. Now, if you or anybody you know has any of these next three habits that I'm going to talk about, learning emotion regulation is going to be super helpful in changing these habits. And the first habit is suppressing your own needs. As just mentioned, people pleasers often ignore their needs and desires in order to keep other people happy. This will definitely lead over time to feeling resentful and burnt out. But with some emotion regulation skills, you can start to validate your own feelings, which will make setting boundaries and setting them in a healthy way a whole lot easier. The second habit people pleasers have is avoiding conflict. This can go so far as to agree with others even if you don't agree, which is going to cause a lot of internal stress and tension. You might find yourself going along with an opinion that other people have that you don't agree with, going to events that you didn't want to go to, that sort of thing. Definitely not making you happy. Managing your emotions can give you the confidence you need to express your feelings, tell the people you don't want to do or you don't agree with what's going on, and to engage in what we would look at as healthy conflict and resolution of that. The third habit is seeking validation. If you are focused a lot on other people, what's going to happen is you're going to look to them to tell you whether you did a good enough job. And that's how you feel good enough about yourself. And this dependency on others' approval is draining because you always are working for it. That's because the emotional boost you get from any particular external validation doesn't last. If you have emotion regulation skills, then you're going to develop a stronger sense of your own self-worth that won't be so reliant on other people's opinions. So, how do you develop these emotion regulation skills, and how can they help you express yourself so you're not suppressing your emotions, avoiding conflict, or seeking external validation a bit too much? Well, when I approach this problem with people, I want to take an integrated approach. So today I'm going to give you four strategies for developing awareness and expressing yourself. And what I want you to do is sample from these strategies to see what works best for you. The first strategy is mindfulness. You want to practice being present and paying attention to your feelings without being judgmental about what you're feeling. This is going to help you become more aware of your emotional state and give you the opportunity to respond to what's happening rather than just react, which is a key component in emotion regulation. The second strategy is self-compassion, which is a foreign concept for many, many people. The idea here is to treat yourself with the same level of kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. If your friend is having a hard time, and you would want to acknowledge your friend's feelings and permit your friend to have their feelings, what you want to do is the same for yourself. You want to acknowledge how you feel, accept how you feel, and make it okay to feel that way. You're, You'll need to stop paying attention to that voice of self criticism in your head, though. But after all, that self critical voice isn't doing you any favors. It's perfectly safe to ignore it. The third strategy is cognitive reframing. Now, with cognitive reframing, you can either directly challenge your negative thoughts with thoughts that are more reality based, or you can look at an issue and focus mostly on the positive side rather than focusing almost exclusively on the negative side. Both ways of doing this will challenge your usual way of thinking about things, but that's a good thing, especially if your usual way isn't working so well. As you get better with doing this, you'll notice better emotional control, less overall distress, and an improved mood. The fourth strategy is learning how to set healthy boundaries. And learning how to do this, how to say no and set limits with others, is crucial for protecting your emotional well being and maintaining healthy relationships. The process of learning to say no and set limits will cause you to slow down and consider how you feel, what you want, and how you want to express yourself calmly. Now, in all of this talk of emotional regulation, I certainly don't want you to get the idea that I'm saying to change how you feel or that you feel differently if you learn how to regulate your emotions. How you feel is how you feel, and how you feel is valid and natural. What I'm talking about is how you express and act on those emotions, because learning to act on those emotions in a healthier way is how you learn better regulation skills. And with better emotion regulation skills, you can break free from your people pleasing habits and cycles and start prioritizing your own emotional health. So take one of those strategies and let me know which one you want to try for managing your emotions in challenging situations, and drop your answer in the comments. If you found this video helpful, press that like button. If you know someone who could benefit from it, share it with them. And also subscribe to this channel to get notifications whenever I post new videos. Take care and have an amazing week.